was thinking this thing's probably in the 3,400 pound range. That's my guess.
Well, tell you one thing, we're gonna find out.
That's not
Stay tuned to find out.
It takes so long.
Tomorrow's episode.
Hell yeah, brother. You're on the Cleetus McFarland YouTube channel. Month of Freedom.
Guys, don't worry, I didn't forget to call our Month of Freedom winners. From the 15th, we have Landon M. from Prairie, Wisconsin. He bought an F-150 More Traction, More Action t-shirt. Let's call him, see if he wants a turbo or some tires.
What's he gonna pick? More traction or more action?
So we're burning through the 64s because every time someone doesn't answer, we give them one of those. We're doing good on 72s. We're burning through the tires quick.
Yeah,
too.
that's a. Who doesn't need a set of tires?
And by the way, if you were a previous winner, the tires do take some time to get going. So if you're a previous winner and you chose the tires, they're coming. Just take some time. Hey, Landon, I'm calling you for a real important situation.
No way.
What's up, buddy? You know exactly what this call is about.
Oh my God.
What am I sending to Wisconsin? A turbo or some tires?
You're sending a turbo.
Woo! 64 or 72?
72.
72! Hey, thanks for
Dude
picking
knows
up
what he
today,
wants.
Landon.
Of course. Thank you so much.
Appreciate you, brother. We'll put her in the mail.
Hell yeah.
That's what I like to
Thank
see.
you.
Thanks, buddy.
Guy knew what he wanted.
He got right down to business. And all that fella did was buy a t-shirt. Okay, from yesterday, the 16th, we've got Caleb B. from Blackfoot, Idaho, with a McFarland Racing t-shirt. Remember, guys, we just pick one random order. Per day. Put one of these items in it. If we get a double answer, this will be our first one of the month.
Oh, setting records.
By the way, we're halfway through the month of freedom. That's
crazy.
It's flying.
It just started yesterday,
It's
it feels like.
flying.
Hello.
Is this Caleb?
It is.
Caleb, you know why I'm calling you today, or do I gotta explain?
I do.
You do?
I do.
Then what's your answer, brother?
What's up? What was that?
I said, then what's your answer?
76.
It's 72?
72. Yes.
That my boy. I don't even gotta explain it anymore.
They already
This guy
know the
knows
deal.
Thanks, Caleb. We'll put her in your order, brother.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'll see ya. Bye. Dude,
Double answer,
we
dude.
don't even have to say
They already know the
I
deal.
don't have to say I'm Cleetus. I don't have to explain what's happening. You guys just already know the deal. That was amazing. That was the best calls of the month of freedom yet. Let's get back to the video.
Well. What could... Come on, baby. Hey, what are you doing?
Can I get a push?
The Dale truck? What do you mean?
She don't run, brother.
Oh, no. There we go.
As far as I can get.
No way.
I think it's running on 2 cylinders.
Sounds like it.
Ready?
Come on, baby. She sounds rough. Gonna do. Little head start. There we go. Smells like it's had E in there for about a year and a half.
Wow.
She's really struggling.
Alright, that'll work.
Okay. Well.
Alright, guys, so the Dale truck's battery died, so we're going to rebuild the whole truck. You know, battery's a big job these days, so we figured we'd go ahead and put Pete Harrell 427 in it,
Oh, wow.
a Mark Mickey M&M Turbo 400 with a lockup, and an all-wheel drive system. So
All-wheel drive.
yeah, oh, and a new battery.
I
You guys think
mean-
we can handle that?
Yeah, no problem. I'll just slap it on in there.
Probably get a lot of controversy over this deal, but the Dale truck sits. The matter of fact is, we just don't have a use for it in its current form. We did that little bit of drag racing, which was, I mean,
It was cool
it
to
was
see
cool.
a NASCAR truck drag race,
Yeah.
but definitely broke some stuff.
And
Broke
it didn't
some
like
stuff.
it. It's just set up badly. I know people said oh, Clay, we want to see you circle track race it. Here's the deal. I don't want to wreck it on the circle track, and then it's worth nothing. And I love drag racing personally. I like a little bit of circle track action. We did it. But if I go out wheel to wheel with somebody and they hit it, then I'm just out the whole truck.
Can't replace it then.
No.
So I love drag racing. And a couple months ago, the Midnight Performance dude came into Florida, and they absolutely destroyed our lives in an all-wheel drive race.
Oh my gosh!
And we were like, we need a race truck. And we need one that's just bad to the bone, lightweight, purpose-built. And so after thinking about it for a while, we're like, man, the Dale truck's over in the hangar just collecting dust. I go, Ty, can we convert this thing to all-wheel drive? And Ty, what was your answer?
Hell yeah, brother.
Hell yeah, brother. You know, hate me if you want for, in some ways, ruining this circle track truck. But in a lot of ways, it's going to repurpose its ability to make content on our channel and be exciting and new and fun. I mean, we already did the freaking bad to the bone nitrous LS motor. That was cool, but it's like, it's time for something bigger, better, and beyond. So
Honestly, you're saving its life at this point.
we're saving her life a little
You got to
bit.
ask yourself, do you want to see him running like this? Can't even drive into the shop?
Yeah,
Or do you want to see him ripping,
Exactly.
blowing by Fords all day long?
exactly, with twin turbos.
Exactly.
So we're going to tear up all those little F-150s out in Texas. We're turning Midnight Performance to Daylight Performance, okay? They're not going to know what's going to hit them. So we got a big all-wheel drive race in a couple of months. We're having them back out, bigger prize, and we got to have this thing ready to smoke them. So, Ty, tell them the plan.
We're gonna front half this thing and put an F-150 parts in it.
F-150 parts in our
F-150.
Chevrolet?
I know, but listen, the F-150 parts just don't break.
Yeah.
And we've already found
Is that right?
Weird. Well, their engine. Besides
It's
the engine.
broken.
Drivetrain wise.
What happened in the parking lot? Hey, roll clip in the parking lot. Day 2 owning the truck. What happened?
Well, that's just if you do donuts.
And that's a transfer case. We got a different fix for that.
Yeah, that's right. That was the T case.
That was the T case.
So the only Ford parts will be the front diff, which we've never broken a front diff, and they seem to be freaking bad to the bone as far as F-150s go. All these trucks have stock front diffs. Now for the transfer case, we got something good for you. Let's grab that box. Here's the deal. You cannot stack stuff on top of this part I'm about to show you, okay?
No.
That's how serious it is.
Pretty odd to put that there because it is a pretty stout piece of equipment in there.
What we have in here is an FTI billet transfer case. So one good thing about this truck is it's going to have a really strong four-wheel drive system. One bad thing about this truck and its future build is it will be stuck in four-wheel drive the rest of its life. So I guess if we're on a drag and drive, do we just take the front drive shaft out?
Yeah.
No disengage on this?
No disengage.
Well,
Full lock
good
all the
thing
time.
is, since we're using all factory F-150 stuff, we unlock the hubs. We got two-wheel drive stuff.
Yeah, I didn't think about that. Yeah, so you can go a couple different ways with these T cases. You can do the divorce or the married. The married, you know, you don't have to have a drive shaft from the trans, then to the T case, then mount the T case and have two drive shafts off of that. It'll just be connected right to our M&M transmission. A lot less chance for it to break, but damn. Whew. That's a hog, brother.
1-to-1.
1-to-1, brother.
Dialed in.
Look at the shafts on
Good
that.
miss, dude.
this thing out of here. Let's get this thing out of here.
That's a juicer.
You pick that thing up. It looks heavy. These things are made for mega trucks.
I guess this is a big change.
Oh my god, no gear to gear, bud.
Gear to gear.
Dude.
That is so
Oh
sick.
my
dude.
That is.
Holy crap.
Yeah, look at that.
Turn that thing, dude.
Look at this. Shoo! I mean, I went 1-to-1. Was I supposed to go something different?
Oh, that's
No, this
Okay.
is perfect.
Yeah, so this bolts on to the Turbo 400. And then that baby goes forward, that baby goes back.
You ain't breaking that
And
thing.
action happens. So
Holy
they came
smokes.
out and they did all-wheel drive burnouts on us. We're going to be able to do all-wheel drive burnouts
I don't-
past the half mile.
I don't think you're breaking that, bud.
No.
Yeah, so if this can survive an off-road mega truck, I think it can survive our 1,500 to 2,000 horsepower.
Oh, yeah, no problem.
Bring in the next part. Next part. We're going for M&M Transmissions Customer of the Year. Okay? So
Almost there.
we have a Turbo 400 in here, and we've just been running these because they're so dang reliable and they're fast as hell. So the good news is now all of our transmissions are interchangeable in some ways, besides the gear sets. But there you go. That's a turbo 400 lockup deal. Good as it gets.
This thing's gonna be
Feel like a
rowdy, brother.
Yep.
Beyond or how
You're gonna have to hold on.
177, 134 ratios in it. Yeah, it's got a lockup, dude. We don't order transmissions and not click the lockup box. It's just not worth it. So we'll be able to quarter mile this, and it'll also be great for the 8th mile. So 3 speeds, you know what I mean?
A stock F-150 front end is the move, huh?
I don't know. I'm not 100% sure about that. We have one on the way, but if we post this video and people are like, no, I got the best front diff ever, and you got to run it, I'm not totally closed off to doing that.
Yeah, this thing is rowdy.
That thing's a monster.
Oh.
Here we go.
Oh, yeah.
Think you can make that work, Ty?
Oh yeah, we can definitely make that work. It's
What
gonna be
did
nice
we-
and narrow.
Yeah, we cracked it, right?
Yeah, we just that one end.
Fix that
Oh,
up. See? Now we
nothing
don't have to buy a
crazy.
rear end. See, we're saving money. So right now, this rear end's set up for a triangulated 4-link. That's what Molt had. But Ty, can you cut those off?
Oh yeah, no problem.
Sort that out.
Good as gone.
It's got a 9-inch under it now. I don't know what that looks like, but
It's got
not set up.
caster and camber built into that rear end, and that's half of why we keep breaking axles in it. It's a full floater, but
Not
it's not good for what we want. Yeah, it's good for turning left.
It looks like we have room to put this 10-inch T-case under the floor. It should sit and look the same ride height wise and all that. We'll have a motion racer shifter in there. And then, golly, it looks like we could even run a bigger tire than these. Are these 315s?
They're big. They're like a 29-inch tire.
So we're going to be able to run hogs, big old tires.
I'm just so happy right now with this shot right here.
The Ford behind us.
Just broke down, and you're just like, that's it, I'm building the Chevy.
We're building a Chevy. So we got Pete Harrell's already building the engine. It'll be the same thing that's in Leroy. However, Leroy doesn't run a water system or a radiator. This truck, we're going to stick with a water system and a radiator so we can take it on, say, sick week, things like that. Ty, are you really chopping this thing off at the firewall?
I gotta once the front pieces come in, I'll see what's got to move.
Yeah.
But the motor's probably gonna have to go back and up a little bit,
Yep.
and then lower frame rails more than likely have to go away.
Okay. What's they're just box
It's
tubing,
just
right?
it's just 2x3 square tubing. It's built like a truck would be built back in those days, so
right.
it's easy to work off of, which is nice.
I know. You got
So, give it
you
a
do
week.
have your work cut out for you regardless.
yeah.
But
We've got a lot. We're gonna be ditching that power steering box and all that stuff too. So instead of having a steering box, you're gonna have like electric power steering rack
Yep.
and pinion out of
Yeah.
F-150.
So we'll have F-150 control arms or something similar.
I'll probably have to make shorter versions of the upper and lower, and we'll get custom axles made.
Okay.
And then inner outer tie rod will be a little bit shorter to get the track width right.
That's
So what
the
do you
plan
think?
for now?
What, like a week?
Yeah, a couple days.
Couple hours.
Yeah, 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
I'm back.
That was a long list of stuff.
That's the plan for now. We're posting this video before any fabricating has happened. So the good news about the Dale truck is it's pretty light. We're pretty sure, but we are going to weigh it right now and find out. Problem is we're never going to catch these guys with their Pro Mod trucks unless we get this thing pretty light. So we're about to just see where it's at for now. And then Ty, when he cuts all the stuff off and rebuilds it, hopefully he can keep as much weight out of it as possible.
Getting her jacked up. Little front heavy. Tell you what, that's not going to change.
We don't want that to change though.
Nope.
Do we? Oh, actually we probably do. It's not going to wheelie on the street.
No, we're gonna have to slide the motor back.
We want to be what, like 50-50? Close to that?
I would imagine.
50-50 as possible.
I would
Because
imagine.
you're gonna,
We're about to find out.
No
I'm gonna have to
preparation.
Google it. I'll Google it. And let
We're
you
going to
know.
want to give that a quick Google. What's your guesstimation?
Ooh, probably 3,200 pounds.
3,200?
That's lighter than I was
Oh,
going to
we
say.
got to get lighter than that.
Yeah,
Go
it
ahead.
probably is in the threes.
I thought it was going to be more than that.
We're going to get it down.
That's right. That's right.
I'll keep these numbers
To myself.
to myself till we get it all the way up.
I'm guessing that thing says about 1,700.
You think?
I hope not, but I think probably weighs 3,400. Maybe it's light. I don't know.
Originally, I was thinking this thing's probably in the 3,400 pound range. That's my guess.
Well, tell you one thing, we're going to find out.
That's not looking. That's not.
Stay tuned to find out.
It takes so long.
Tomorrow's episode.
We'll tell you.
Eh. Oh, jeepers.
All right, stop.
I'd love to help you guys, but if it falls off, I want to make sure we get a good video of it.
All right, we're good.
You think it's good? A little. Okay. I think I like this.
Is it a fat girl?
Maybe not.
3160.
No, nice.
3,200.
That ain't horrible.
No.
Well, then you got 200 pounds of you driving it.
Less than mullet.
52% front. Yeah, so it's gonna have another 200 pounds of me driving it.
52 front. Okay, so motor doesn't have to move a whole lot.
So you got some cutting to do.
Yeah.
Like we need to be man, it'd be ideal to be sub 3,000.
Yeah, it would.
3,000 with driver.
The good thing though is this thing is all mild steel, which is heavy,
Yeah.
big stuff, and there's a lot we don't need.
I bet that radiator up front is like 300 freaking pounds.
It's probably a 300-pound radiator. It's like a 6-inch core radiator.
We're not gonna need that anymore. You guys know, the lighter we can get, the faster we can probably make the truck. So this is Ty's problem, not ours, but it's a problem for now.
It's a big problem.
She does have a huge fuel cell in her. It's probably got a bunch of fuel in it.
Everything back here is old school tin work, so it's pretty much all steel.
We really
All
don't
aluminum
need any
tin.
of that tin either.
We can get rid of all of
We
that.
can gut that thing like them Texas boys do.
Yeah.
You look in the bed of their truck, you see the ground.
Do they have a 2x4 in the bed of their truck? Probably not.
Probably
in
not.
case you need it, loading it on the
We're
trailer.
getting rid of that.
But like all these tubes, like this big tube here, and then all this 1x1 square tube, we can cut a
And
lot
to
of
think,
that out.
this battery is what caused this whole rebuild.
It is.
Unreal.
Unbelievable.
Napa legend, let us
If it
down.
had a diehard, we'd be in good shape.
All right, so for those of you who've been commenting, we want to see the Dale truck, the time is here. I'm kind of ruining it in some ways, but we're going to make it a lot better in other ways. This should be a very unique, very fast truck when it's done. The Dale truck's going all-wheel drive. That's it for now. Thanks for watching Do It for Dale. We'll frickin' see you later.